DJ Ack and roll down. Once again, we're going to start with DJ Academics and then scroll down. Just 1 second there.
You can't dance to a song about me being a pedophile. We went on. You can't dance to a song about me being a pedophile. We went on 2 mans. That's why you're getting dissed on these random songs. There's like 5 tings in Toronto ready to shout your business up now, bro. Like LeBron, nobody told you if you're secretly cheating on your wife, stay out the way and don't dance at your man who's been helping you cheat, calling him a pedophile. Get out the way, LeBron. What are you doing? So now you got Drake over here. Like the nigga dropped a whole freestyle basically saying, LeBron, you're a woman to tell on you, bro. LeBron, you and Drake are the same guy. You're just married. That's why when he's getting called a pedophile, you should shut up. Oh, you think Tiger Woods would start snitching on the guy who was helping him cheat? Fuck no. Oh, shit. They calling my mans who I was on 2 mans with a pedophile. Yo, I don't want to talk about nothing. I'll be back. Yo, me, Brownie, and Bryce in the studio. Yo, we cook. That's what you should have done. Yo, Fruit Jams in the chat. What up?
Yeah, because that wasn't even supposed to be loud like that. I got it now. I'm going to go ahead and put it back here. I'm trying to make sure it's in my headphones. But welcome for everybody here. Welcome back here. Much love to you. I appreciate you. For the people that are here, for the most point, individuals that I sent these messages out to you early in the day. So thank y'all. I appreciate from Natural Locks to Mad Hatter, uh, to Teresa, to every person in here that cash at me this morning. Thank you. In and out. All right. Thank you for showing love and making sure that you're here and you subscribe and everything else. hmm This is our first program on this platform. Of course, we're not going to be using any other subtitles and different things I use from any of the prior channels just to try to stay clear. Maybe my Cash App information will be there at the most, but we'll start to try to not even be visual either too. Because we don't want to mess with the numbers count and anything else. We want to keep things to a cordial level and still be able to have our pieces of discussions. A lot of that requires you to to go ground level, man. All right, yeah, to go underground. To switch up your whole demeanor on how you carry things, the process, how you package something, and how you give it to the people. So we're back. All right, Raw, the Raw, and Mr. Raw and Uncut Truth. That will be the name there. All right, and much love to the good people. hmm Let's go ahead to keep rolling, and thank you. All right, what we have for academics, what he's talking about is 2 mans, and I'll go over what he just said here. All right, since I didn't do it as he was doing this, since we're just catching up, floating in.
You can't dance to a song about me being a pedophile. We went on 2 mans. That's why you're getting dissed on these random songs. There's like 5 tings in Toronto ready to shout your business up now, bro. Like LeBron, nobody told you if you're secretly cheating on your wife, stay out the way and don't dance at your man who's been helping you cheat, calling him a pedophile. Get out the way, LeBron. What are you doing? So now you got Drake over here. Like the nigga dropped a whole freestyle basically saying, LeBron, you're a woman to tell on you, bro. LeBron, you and Drake are the same guy. You're just married. That's why when he's getting called a pedophile, you should shut up. Oh, you think
This is what humiliated you that at that point, and I hope you didn't do this again. But humiliated you then, academics, is that no man honorably sits around in here all right, of serious notoriety that people actually love, and goes fight for other men's situations. All right. In other words, oh boy, all right, excuse me, Drake got a problem with LeBron. Drake has LeBron James' name tattooed on him. This is a different level of personal problem. We talk about friends or how close they are. Literally got ink. Not just him, but a lot of other people he had tattooed. Drake has a lot of people tattooed on him. But that's a real personal relationship they have. So to see you in third party, all right, talking about two mans and adultery and a man who has been the model example for holding your marriage together. All right, he got his high school sweetheart with him. He's almost to the end of his dang on career, playing a long career in the NBA. All right, to the point where he was able to play basketball with his son on the same team. That's remarkable. I don't care if you don't like LeBron James. The fact that he was able to do that, man, is a blessing and something that any man out here who loves their son genuinely, if they could, all right, will have that experience with him. Not to play in a league with you once, but for 2 years. And even to the talks now where I'm hearing on the streets is he's willing to stay around and take the veteran minimum. I hope that ain't the truth. All right. But with all that being said, I don't want to hear any scumbag, a little reporter guy sitting back here talking about some, uh, LeBron James messed around with this type of woman and he messed around behind this woman's back. And all right, that's not up to you to deliver that message. All right, even if it was on suckerism and Drake wanted to go that route, which he knows that that's a violation on all terms of man code. That's why he sent you out there to do that act. All right. Think about it. He's already in trouble. You're in big trouble here for what you did as far as that situation, concerning uh, the rap battle beef. You took us to the courts on rap battle beef. That didn't happen. You have a rap battle. They go ahead to decide who won. You raise that victor's hand. We move on with history. It just keeps going. Rap battles been going on forever. Nobody ever went to the courts to go sue a person until Harvard. Yeah, that's lame. All right. You win the rap battle, it's cool. People honor you, respect it. You lose. All right. You take the Meek Mill position. All right. Because, yeah, he was quite happy with Meek sitting there. As I said, Michael Jordan sitting here back to back, two stepping on you. All right. Yeah. He had no problem with that because he can join in on another person's misery as your career gets hit and you have setbacks and it wasn't happening to him. All right. Yeah, you understand? They said Jay Prince had to get involved on that Pusha T stuff when he brought that blackface picture out with Aubrey because that was a real picture. All right. Yeah, he always trying to get extra, go after people's women, sleeping with other, laying up with other folks' women, doing this stuff for collateral, so that later on you can throw it up in their faces. Some people might be all right with that, but in the real world, when you're dealing with men, that scars your reputation forever to know that you a dude like that. All right. No, a man can't get up to leave and all right, this woman right here for 2 seconds without you being a scumbag. All right, you're the most untrustworthy type of man on the planet. All right. That don't make other men marvel at you. Yes, and women do give a damn if other men respect you. They care about that. All right. And act this is not worthy of any respect because it's not your situation. All right. Same way Drake does not like to give a whole lot of interviews. That's a personal problem. But now people can't really observe or really know what's going on with you. They can't. You're only left for these spaces of assumptions, which you don't need. And then every time somebody hears you publicly, you're still whining almost 2 years later. That's not good because it shows a person is so hurt he can't pick up to keep going on. You're the Iceman now. All right, Iceman. So get on Iceman mode, all right, and flip that drizzy style that we've heard and give us some good music. It's the summertime coming. This is all people are asking for. All right. Nobody wants a whole album full of whining and you jaw jagging at people that seen you lost. We know you lost. Can't convince us 2 years later that you won. All right, or that any of your behavior was appropriate. And that's what every song that he's doing that he's been releasing recently reminds you of, dude. That hot tub time machine. All right. Right. Where we got to revisit They Not Like Us and all this other stuff. Dude, everybody else has moved on. All right. It's okay. You can move on. Ain't nobody gonna criticize you, dude, for moving on. It's what you're supposed to be doing. But when you're gonna make a song there,
what you call it? What's that song called? What did I miss? All right, where you sitting in a rap video with all of these guns pointed towards one direction as you stand in the middle, and it's like, dude, all right, well, what type of statement are you trying to make? You lost. All right, you want to be real, but you lost. All right, I'm not sure if he's in the middle of a lawsuit right now. Somebody said that. I have to look that up. But I do know for the circumstances that started this originally, with that has to do with the distributor. You know, him and Kendrick got the same one. That shit's been thrown out. It was too much, man. He tried to cake too much trash on top of it, dude. It's like you're whining and bitching, dude. All right. I hope you working while you're doing all this crime. And come to find out, he wasn't. All right. Shit, sitting around all these damn yes men for 2 hours for 2 years. All right. If you got the right brothers and sisters around you, even if they saying something to you that you don't like, you may not want to hear it. All right. No, you're going to take to good information because you want your career to keep going on. You admire and love and appreciate the respect that your fans have for you. And part of you respecting your fans is to make sure that you don't embarrass your fans. You don't send them out on a limb. All right. You don't have them standing up there for you talking about how you coming back with the boom. And then you still at the front door whining, nigga. All right. No, you still bitches. Excuse my language. All right. It's over, nigga. All right. You good. All right. You know, grab the rag, your gauze, whatever, your stitches. It's over. You can move on and start another part in history, and people will still respect you. All right. As long as you remember how to rap. All right. Shit, your legacy is for Drake. Can I say it's solidified at this point? Yeah. All right. He's had a great career. If he never made another record again, he has plenty of hits. I'll say that. I'm not going to sit in here and lie to you. But this don't make it look any better. All right. As far as what the sneak peek that just came out. Iceman, I believe reportedly, is supposed to come out tomorrow here or maybe 12 o'clock tonight. All right. So I'm not here to go in on all of his work, dude, but I'm here to point this out for academics way back when. Every podcast you've seen out there with basketball players and others who heard this crap that he said about LeBron James opposed him. All right. They all said what I said. Yo, that's not your business. That's tacky. That's whack. Where they do that at? All right. Right. If Drake got something to say, he need to speak up. Speak up. Not put a battery in academics back. Hey, look, I got some special information. Yeah, you seem like his dummy, dude. All right, his crash dummy. All right, this is the wacko I send out here when I want to say some silly shit, but it might cost me something. I just send academics out here. All right, that's all you showed you are. Mm-hmm. Right. Because it doesn't help you at all. Even if you are a hardcore Drake fan, which I believe he is. Yeah, this don't help you, boy. You should have talked him out of this.
Tiger Woods would start snitching on the guy who was helping him cheat? Fuck no! Oh shit. They calling my mans who was on 2 man's.
Hmm. No, that's apples and oranges. You said Tiger Woods snitched on the guy that was helping him cheat. You're trying to say LeBron James was wrong because They Not Like Us came on and he knew the words. So what? It was a popular song at the time. Where are you gonna go to be able to avoid it? All right, when it was popping like that, it was coming on everywhere. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. And for the cases that he didn't put any of these restrictions on the song to like for copyright strikes and all that, anybody and everybody could use the song everywhere and still make money. So a lot of people made a bag off of that song. All right, just having that record there on your blog or social media, what you call it, Cash? Yeah, because they weren't hitting people in the head for using the song. All right, so that gave it more emphasis everywhere. So where was the? Please explain to me where LeBron James was supposed to hide at. All right, where he wasn't gonna hit his song. All right, people bumping it, blasting in the stadium, everywhere he go at. Yes, he gonna learn the words. He loves hip hop, dude. All right, LeBron James is a person in here. I'm talking about T Grizzly, all these cats. He loves hip hop, dude. All right, you see how crazy he looked. All right, after they had lost to the Golden State Warriors, and he was in there in the gym working out. He said, they hit the rolling stove with the rollie on. All right, Jack Portfolio. All right, man, he loves some damn hip hop. You talking about LeBron? Yeah. All right. You sit there at his parties and stuff where he had them big screens and he'll stand right there to each song and he knows all the damn words. I'm talking about to the new shit. All right. Oh, he loves some hip hop. All right. He listens to a lot of the young rappers there. All right. Now, let's go ahead back here.
Wait a better. Yo, I don't want to talk about nothing. I'll be back. Yo, me, Brownie, and Bryce in the studio. Yo, we cook. That's what you should have done. Your fruit jams.
Nah, yo. Because why does he gotta hide because another man kicked your ass and you don't feel like doing any interviews at least to talk about how you feel? Nothing. All right. You keep trying to flirt with records. People ain't feeling the records. What happens when people ain't feeling the records? What you going to do? You file a lawsuit and start snitching on yourself? Hey, where they do that at? All right. This is the first time in hip hop history, all right, that you're going to get the courts involved over rap battle beef. Yeah, you keep your nose way out of that. This ain't got nothing to do with all of this stuff, dude. Let me tell you something. A dope song is going to hit, and ain't a damn thing you're going to be able to do about it. If it rock like that, people going to love it. Hell, they going to turn it up some more. All right, what you mean? Ain't nobody give a shit that you standing right there, that your little feelings is hurt. All right, turn that shit up. All right, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you just been standing out there by the door for a little while. I don't know why. I already told him. All right, that's how niggas is looking at you, Drake. All right, you lost. All right, and academics ain't do nothing but make it. All right, that amplified you being a sucker. The fact that you would try to destroy this man's marriage, had a woman with him since high school. All right, yeah, because you seen him rapping along to the lyrics. Yeah, that's some sucker shit, man. All right. Yeah, he could feel something privately, like, you know what, I ain't dealing with Braun like that no more. Cool. All right, and then show it in his actions. But to publicly let individuals know that that bothers you to a point where you're gonna out him over something private in between guy time. All right, you a buster, dude. All right, and any man would call you a buster, dude. That's lame. All right. In other words, if you ain't cool with me, then I'm gonna tell your wife that you're cheating. You a buster. All right. And understand Drake, a little sucker nigga like Drake will do something like that so he can go try to holler at your wife. That's why he doing it. All right. It's what makes him a lame. When you seen Future, Mustard on the Beat, all these other guys, Metro Boomin. All right. And one of them, I think it might have been Metro, said, man, if I told you the story between me and Drake, all right, you're going to look at me weird at the end. All right. So it looks like something, it seems like it might have had something to do with his woman. I ain't saying guaranteed. All right. But since everybody else's stories is lined up the same way, there you go. All right. And you add that characteristics to you, and it's the fact that you're a sore loser and a buster, man. And that makes folks want to back up off of you. All right. Your funny association with Aiden Ross and clowns like DJ Academics. All right. No, what are you gonna do when the rest of the world knows you're dealing with puppets? All right. And folks that have literally been planted in the game, dude. All right. You get a Charleston White, that somebody who can just curse and say anti-Semitic things and racist stuff and all this other garbage. He can talk like that with no punishment, no consequences on any platform. Is when they put him out. All right. Like I said, who else can speak like that? Your channel ain't shut down today. All right. I don't care how much money you have, dude. This is what strictly certain rules are on the books and what YouTube was getting sued for all these years. All right. No, exactly what he's doing.
Yo, I don't want to talk about nothing. I'll be back. Yo, me, Brownie, and Bryce in the studio. Yo, we cook. That's what you should have done. Your fruit jams in the chat. What up?
Well, you don't tuck your ass because another man is standing there. All right. You know why? Because as I said before, that's his problem with Drake. All right. His problem with LeBron James, not yours. You know, I told you LeBron James is clever. He don't make a sound. He don't. And I tell y'all how he ended up paying academics back. Y'all remember that kid that was in the chat there when academics was doing a stream there off of Twitch? All right. Yeah. And he was in there talking to this little boy sexually inappropriate. This was right after this situation. All right. Smack Dad want to say within a week. All right. Or less than. All right. No, LeBron James slick, man. He stay on the video games all the time too. He get on the stick. All right. You think he ain't got his personal connections there, or folks that he can go and rap to? That little boy got on there where academics is. Academics started talking sexually inappropriate to him, talking about he'll buy him this and then get him somebody to bring over there, and all this stuff was recorded live. All right. After that, what immediately happened? What McDonald's denounced him and took his endorsements and stuff away. All right. No, they started coming down on his ass. All right. Yeah. And guess what? LeBron James ain't have to move a muscle. All right. The nigga been rich for so long. It's like I can look at some of you goofy niggas. I know how you move. I know what your vices is. I know you can't help yourself. All right. Yeah. Let me help you. Let me help you shut your lips when they come to talk about me. I'm gonna put some pressure on your ass. All right. That way you ain't got time to talk about two men, nigga. All right. Yeah, you're gonna have to explain why you were talking inappropriate with this 15 or 16 year this young boy here on the stream here. And is this how you talk with the kids on here regularly? That's where he put the conversation at. So he got his vengeance. Mm-hmm. Quiet as kept. He'll never admit to it. He probably won't. All right. But how convenient that happened for him, all right, seems like too much of a coincidence. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Very convenient. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go back here.
How did y'all feel about what y'all heard?
He definitely took some shots, man. I mean, and did we? He took shots at Joe too, didn't he?
Joe Budden, yeah.
Joe Budden, yeah.
How do I feel about what I heard? Let me think about this question. Let me see.
So what about the switching teams part, yo?
You know what? I hope this is what I feel. I hope this isn't what Iceman is about. Because if it is, I'm going to just assume we calling Drake Iceman because he's frozen in time. Okay, it's like, bruh, get over the L. You took the Kendrick already, because this record just continues the conversation that Drake is the biggest sore loser rappers ever seen.
But are you supposed to stop? Yeah. Like, what if you got some more to say? You just supposed to keep it on the tuck?
He's saying the same things though. Like, I just wish that we didn't get What Did I Miss, and I think it would have been a bigger explosion if this was our first time hearing how he felt. But it sounds redundant.
If he had more to say, he didn't have to wave the white flag 2 years ago.
Exactly. Thank you, Charlamagne. Right. If he had more to say, he didn't have to wave the white flag. He didn't have to go file any lawsuits or call all of these witnesses. He didn't have to do any of that. If he had more to say, he could have kept it to the rattleback beat stuff that we've seen with any other rapper, where one of them might lay off for a little while, and then they'll come back in when they finally do got themselves warmed up to say something, and then they'll start rapping. All right? Okay, maybe you need some time. Maybe something came over you. Fine. But this is what we are accustomed to seeing from other rappers. I don't care if you want to talk about Nas and Jay-Z. All right? Yeah. After the Epa stuff, you still had Jay-Z's song, Dig a Hole. He was talking about Nas. All right? He was still going after. All right? But that more key thing is that nobody filed any lawsuits or anything. They just kept it wrapped. All right? No, he's absolutely right. Mm-hmm.
He's the one who put out the hard part 6 and waved the white flag. He didn't have to do that if he had more to say.
But he been sitting on some words. He had to get some things off his chest.
And then you talked about whatever the Dre line was, but it's like Drake told Kendrick he needs to read the Bible, and the blasphemy he talks about means his amazing grace gonna be delayed. The Bible also talks about hypocrisy, Drake. And you are very hypocritical, okay, when it comes to how this battle went, because you be acting like you didn't say salacious things about him and your diss records. Y'all both went to hell on each other, but one of y'all
definitely did.
But one of y'all has moved on and the other hasn't. And it's just like, don't let your setback become your identity. That's what I feel when I hear this record. Like, God dang, we still talking about this?
I hope this was his final healing song, and this won't be the future.
And maybe it was.
He need healing from losing a rap battle.
I mean, obviously, it's not.
Yes, yo, yes. Dang.
Now y'all sitting here looking, oh, he's laughing at him and he's got a yes, he needs healing. He said his final healing song, dude. Deep meditation looking at a nigga healing. Alright? Come on, man. Yeah, come give us a good one, Aubrey. Alright? Next thing you know, you turn the music on and here come that bullshit. Alright? No, you thinking he's about to go in. Alright, then here we go again. All right, to the point where the women, not the men, the women are calling them healing songs. Yeah, they're referring to these things as healing songs.
Damn.
And we talk about
Yo, y'all some haters.
Oh my God.
Mental health goes into rap battles, apparently.
Okay, you're right.
But,
okay, I wish him well. I wish him healing. I just hope this is not what Iceman is about.
Damn. No, he said the quiet part out loud. Look, I hope this is not what Iceman is about. All right. No, this goddamn going. I'm gonna battle everybody on all 12 records. All right. Well, not anymore, dude. All right. It's equivalent to somebody who then went to court and snitched to the police on you. All right, or rap battle beef. Now they're antagonizing you with more rap battle beef. Like, yo, we can't do that. All right. You made sure that it's impossible, that it don't make sense, that at best it's weird if I'm trying to do this with you. Yeah, you destroyed the whole concept of that. Just a little bit of friendly competition. Because that's all hip hop is. That's lyrical exercise. All right, who can rap better? All right, who got the better flow? Who has the dopest lyrics? All right. Yeah, he transformed it to something else. Now, once again, he does not have that Friedman lineage. He comes from Canada, and all these other things you can point to that. But even to any incidents that come there from Canada, he's the first of his kind. All right, so shout out to Canada. All right, I can't point to anybody else like that because it's like, dude, you won for so long. You won. I'm talking about plenty of battles. Shit against Pusha T. All right. You cook Meek Mills, of course. Cooked a whole bunch of other rappers. Rap battling. All right. No, making people look silly here in a rap. All right. Yeah. And getting all the praise in the world. All right. You can take a few licks here, dude. It's part of the game. All right. I understand this within hip hop, dude. Certain folks can't deal with other folks when it comes to this game. All right, not at all. Perfect example, as I told y'all. The West Side Connection tried to attack Common Sense. They thought he was soft. All right, no, they looked at his demeanor. They looked at his clothes he had on. All right, he dressed like one of these old conscious soul dudes with the beads and all of that. All right, so they already underestimating him, not for getting the full concept, dude. If this guy had to make it through the gates of hip hop, then that means he had to be ill. All right. You know how many decent, good rappers it is? All right, compared to extraordinary. All right. You better start thinking about that. Everybody, they mama wants to rap, nigga. He must got the good. All right. They looking at all these slow songs he done made with songs he made for women directly towards the ladies. All right. Same way where LL was underestimated. All right. Because for cats like that, majority of their songs were made for the women. No different than Flow Rider. All right. Yeah. And they made the bag. Them cats got paid. All right. They understood what it was. All right. If you go back to those cases of Common, all right, and he was battling he was going up against West Side Connection. And they rap that they did and dissed him. All right. And then he made a song called The Bitch in You. All right. Where he destroys Ice Cube. All right. He had a rhyme on it that said eating bean pies and drinking St. Ives. All right. Yes, destroyed him, man. All right. No, they ain't want no more of that. All right. No, from old choir boy. All right. Or the soulful guy. All right. You have to learn here in the history of this game. This teaches people a lesson. All right. On who you don't play with. All right. Anybody with a pair of that can spit fire back in the day with a dusty pair of Air Force Ones from Compton. All right. No, 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 no. All right. No, it's a valuable lesson in this game. Because before then, shit, Drake had something for anybody standing around. All right. You bought Kendrick in there, and look, it got real different real quick. All right. I'm talking about people that are tailor made for this. Folks that have analyzed and prepared for you, have written raps for you from through over years, just in case that day ever comes where you jump out there and I got to take care of you. That's what type of rapper that Kendrick Lamar comes off to me as. All right. The master of the ceremony, and I learned this from the OGs. The master of the ceremony got a 16 for all of the best competition around here. All right. He got a 16 ready for him already. He already written it. All right. Yes, indeed. If you on the top of your game, because you understand that eventually somebody's going to go ahead to challenge that throne of yours for being the best rapper. So you already got your rhymes ready. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead to Charleston White.
The niggas that work on your podcast is slaves. They work for pennies and crumbs.
Well, they get paid and they can leave at any time.
They get pennies for crumbs.
They get paid and they can leave at any time.
They're slave masters. So there's no reason to keep arguing with a fool that don't know what he know. He won't even read it. He's using chat GPT.
But are you in denial about the fact that slavery used to be a thing and now it's not?
No, slavery is still a thing.
Okay, but only in the context of prisons.
No. You got slavery in Arabs. You got the Arabs that selling African
slaves. I thought we were talking about America.
No. You just
Yeah, and if you talk about America, they still have found some certain cases of whatever forms of slavery and indentured servitude or what have you. But what he's talking about is true here as far as what he's saying there within India and the Africas, because, all right, we go over these things. So that way, when people go ahead to point out things in particular, okay, where is the slavery at? You know where it's at, all right, and why it's going down the way that it is. All right, but like I said, Charleston White is correct about this. Let's go ahead and keep rolling, because this ain't the point I'm looking at. He's going to say something else to Adam. I want y'all to pay attention. And that's the point that's going to stand out here to me, because then it really starts to get me to think about the history of No Jumper. Me one.
Still in America. The niggas that work on your podcast is slaves. They work for pennies and crumbs.
Well, they get paid and they can leave at any time.
They get pennies for crumbs.
They get paid and they can leave at any time.
They're slave master.
Those are kind of the biggest factors of slavery is that you're not getting paid and you can't leave.
I wouldn't call them slaves. They're indentured servants.
No.
Yes, they're indentured servants.
Should we look up the definition of indentured
they're getting paid pennies.
They're not indentured.
They're not making what I'm making.
They're not servants. They're employees.
Them niggas still stuck in a rut.
How is No Jumper different than like a TV station or any other business that pays people for their time?
Well, I've never seen nobody go here and go up.
That's so not true.
Name one person.
For the record. You could point to somebody like Brick Baby who came on No Jumper and immediately became like one of the.
Stop, dude. Brick Baby went to jail and to prison now for these circumstances. All right. Yeah, he's talking about Brick Baby here. I'm just trying to make a point. Excuse me. All right. And Brick Baby is not a person you can point to a high list. He's trying to say this. All right. From Adam 22's case, all right, and his platform. This is what he's trying to say to you, Charleston White. He's trying to say this to you, that who have you taken to build up as big as an Adam 22? Right. That's important. All right, because if your position coming into this streaming game isn't about just using people for your own advantage to get you large, what makes you different than any other culture vulture that stepped up in here and grabbed up a bunch of jokers who ain't got nothing to do with their time? All right, no, you ain't here ripping people off. Of course, he's not paying them the way they're supposed to. Charleston knows this because he's actually getting the money he's supposed to get. All right, right. And that's a serious question here. Folks will go ahead and look at you sideways when you ask this. Like, whoa. I understand you're employing all of these black people. I get that part. But which one of these black people have you set up to be the next Adam 22, or whose money even looks closer to yours? Since he's worked with you, this has helped him get to this level of stardom. And the answer is nobody. All right? Not one person on this. All right? Yeah. And you start to go down a list, I can even go ahead to point to people like Brother Tyler Perry, all these other folks. They ain't never try to create another one of them. All right? No, these folks have played the game for themselves. That's it. To make sure that they can eat.
Most well-known.
I've never seen him on anywhere other than a low-budget channel. I've never seen him get booked.
Well, now he's in prison, which is the whole thing.
Well, before then,
but he was getting tons of paid interview bookings because of his time on
I've never seen him on a major platform anywhere. Name
what
one.
about somebody like Crip Mac who's been able to earn
never seen him on
a year for
I've never
past 5 years we've been doing
Christopher
content.
Joy made 6 figures out Crip Mac. Crip Mac is dumb and stupid.
Okay,
You got
if
his
Crip Mac
merchandise.
signed a bad deal.
No, Crip Mac was guided to your circumstances of what they had at the table. You are the first person to give him exposure. No, the big thing is that you had some large size gang member, what have you, up there. All right, some goofy here, and he was drinking 40s of OE up there and wilding out. And part and partial, he also played security in there with a few of them cats, and they tried to attack you. This is before you had that solid, consistent presence of a whack 100, every day or every other day, however they do their program. All right. But Crip Mac played a big role of protection in it. And he was able to kind of get his numbers boosted originally. But then he ended up getting locked up. And after that cases of him getting locked up there, all right, he just wasn't the same. All right. Yeah. But even as Charleston points to it, what were the bigger platforms other than the little local joints on social media that he was able to get to? All right. Man, that's a good question.
What about somebody like Crip Mac who's been able to
I've
earn
never
6
seen him on
figures a year for past 5 years that we've been doing
Christopher
content?
Joy made 6 figures out Crip Mac. Crip Mac is dumb and stupid.
Okay,
You got
if
his
Crip Mac
merchandise.
signed a bad deal, then it is what it is.
So let me just say it. So show me where Crip Mac have left no jumper and springboarded. Yeah, he springboarded the Drewski and came right back down to here.
And Channel 5 is
Where
big
Channel
platforms
5?
like that.
We're at Channel 5.
Channel 5.
Here in LA?
They travel all over the U.S.
I hadn't seen him travel nowhere. When I look at his page and his social media page, I don't see
He's
no
legally
evidence.
not really allowed to travel.
I don't see no evidence where he's been anywhere. And
Well, he
he was,
can't,
listen,
legally.
and at one point in time, he was a
just locked up for 2
major
years, too.
figure. Before he was locked up, he was a major
He
figure.
still is.
He should have had voice off. Man, nah, y'all.
He came out and did 1 million views on his first interview.
But did 1 million views and got what out of it? I do 1 million views daily.
Granted, you have.
Oh, you watch his voice start to change. Granted, you have. Right. Because at that point there, you're done. All right? Nothing you can do to compare to the numbers he just gave. All right? None of those guys. But, no, that's a haunting stage of when he leaves. Folks that is getting paid by Adam, the smart ones are going to start looking to say, damn, well, Charleston has a point. All right? No, where's all of this paper going? Who's lined up here to hit the next large bag based on our connection with no jumper? And when you got to have antics where you taking these unknown Puerto Rican dudes from Los Angeles, just throwing them in the mix with Whack 100, and they having arguments, this stuff in here that just looks like it's set up where they screaming back and forth. Well, that seems as if the show was in crisis to be able to find something that's interesting there. Mm-hmm. People know how Whack 100 gets down from a personal perspective while he's outside by in the streets. What have you? What in any other case in here where we see him? All right, folks respect his gangster to a certain degree. You don't have to put on antics like that. All right, unless your show is in some type of panic. All right, and that goes to say here, look, you ain't got to worry about the extra niggas you got hanging around here, Hall, because you still got to keep your own legs up underneath of you. All right, no, this is why, Charleston, why you're strutting up in here like this. All right, and listen to Adam one more time. His voice going to change.
1 million views and got what out of it? I do 1 million views daily.
Granted, you have.
I do 50 million a month.
An ability to have a sustained.
I do 50 million a month just on one platform on TikTok. I'm 4 billion. He should be like that too, but he can't sell himself. He needs somebody else to market.
Well, I'm assuming you would agree that Crip Mac maybe doesn't have the depth that you have, right?
Yeah, he is slow.
I'm not saying he's
and it's,
slow.
And it's only so much you can do with a
I'm
gang
saying
banger.
the variety that you provide in an average podcast is a little bit more than he provides, right?
So much you can do with a California gangbanging who's not articulate. There's only so much you can do with it.
I think he is pretty articulate
He's
in
not,
his own way.
He won't because he mispronounced 8 words. He stick with 5. So you can't. It's hard to sell that to it's hard to go major with that.
Well, you both probably would fall into the category of people who maybe didn't necessarily do super well in school.
I done very well in school. I
would probably say he didn't.
What made you think Charleston didn't do good at school?
I guarantee I made the dean's list.
I feel like his intelligence might not have necessarily blossomed in the traditional educational environment.
I've been a straight A student my entire life. I went to college and never studied.
Wow.
Been on a who's who.
That's impressive.
Very academically
No
inclined.
Zark zone.
Very academically inclined. Yeah, very academically inclined.
I
I didn't go to school almost until I was in the 6th, 7th grade. So I had a private tutor. I was taught one-on-one. So I've always excelled in class.
Your parents had money to hire a private tutor instead of sending you to school?
Yeah. My mother
what were they worried about?
My mother was very well financial. My granddad and grandmother owned a restaurant and a hotel long before I was born. So I come from a very financially stable family. The niggas that work on your pod.
Yeah, and that still made him what he is. There's pros and cons. It's great for where you see him at, yeah, but a lot of these things are not sustainable because the game always shows you that it's going to be a Charleston White no matter what. He's just a guy holding that spotlight. All right, no moment the next old head so and so from the hood that's funny. All right, that person comes, it will replace what you see. That's how it goes. But Adam's circumstances there in place, though, more than anything else, he's never built anything close to a Charleston White. Let's be clear. All right, most of them guys in there, blood suckers. You came in here to get something. All right, same way with Vlad. Vlad hopes these things. All right, you can't get the nickel without me, Boosie. Oh, the numbers is different. This, that, and the third. It's almost to this colonizing type of territory. All right, well, you got to make bread with me or the money can't exist. Of course it is. Charleston White is proof in the pudding. Because even for some of these cats sitting there arguing with him, they did not like his position upon certain things. They managed to kiss and make up because they wanted to continue to eat. All right, yeah. Oh, so they learned to go ahead for whatever to give what he had to say. All right, these things matter. You talk about keeping that business there together and watching the people controlling everything. And no, you shouldn't have to keep yourself tied to nothing. You should be able to have your own people and interviewers. As some of y'all are going forth to see all the success that you're doing, you should be able to mimic some of these details and what you see them coming in there with to create your own damn shit. That way it has your name on it. You ain't got to give them a split of nothing, and you can start to see full returns on your investment. You ain't just figuring it out on the fly because you had a disagreement with Vlad. It's already set up. It's already functioning. This is what most of these other guys do as they come in to sit on an Aiden Ross's platform, all right, or No Jumper, or any one of these other platforms. They'll have their stuff running along with the same stuff that they got there while they getting paid. That way, you keeping your crowd there, plus the extra followers that are there on the next person's platform. You going ahead to get all of that. All right, that's a smart move. It absolutely is. This is where you got your Logan Pauls from. This is where you got a lot of these folks that you have out here in the front here today. All right, that's where they came from. Most of these folks that he said integrated from social media into boxing, into whatever else they're doing. Well, this is the story of these people. Charleston White from social media into the comedy scene, all right, and what have you, where he's doing stand-up. Some of these things are going well for him, and there's been once, at least we can get an account that he's got attacked out here. All right, throwing a flower pot at somebody. All right, everybody ain't gonna let you do what you want to do. All right, yeah, he jumped on the stage and yeah, all right, for what most people knew here. All right, put it on. All right, but we go ahead to Jake Paul. All right, do we want to go back around here to him? I know I talked about this earlier, maybe closer to the end. All right, Jake Paul was one of those simple situations I said I talked about earlier where, all right, you're a close friend of Aiden Ross. So I suggest, my suggestions are that they share each other's philosophies on certain things. That's why that interview that he had with Waka Flocka was so strange. All right, started talking about blackface, and then we got to go off to somewhere different. Oh, everybody should just laugh and joke about each other's culture. Everything ain't funny. All right, everything's not a joke. All right, everything ain't some weird and common expression here for your social awkwardness just to do something raggedy. All right, yeah, some people just need to understand through the terms. We still living here in real life. All right, and the best basis of any social media moments that you have there are the ones that are authentic. All right, not regularly pieced together. All right, no, we're not mumbling our way into this. All right, straight down the line. Now I want to go ahead. He said the leaks were cool, but no Drake diss will ever land after he sues. All right, let's go ahead to the depth of things. Because yeah, I know I had more. I was just looking for it. Here it is.
You're in the middle of a lawsuit. So you can't keep throwing darts at people in this bogus lawsuit at the same time wondering why it got thrown out the first time and you appealed and it's about to get thrown out again. You can't sue niggas while still dissing them. Like, what exactly is your angle? On Hasta La Vista, he talking about he ain't take the stand yet. But the fact of the matter is, in legal documents, you're suing Lucian Grange, or excuse me, pardon me, Universal Music Group, because you felt they took nefarious tactics to devalue you by way of uplifting Not Like Us / Kendrick Lamar. So no matter how you spin it and flip it, you're suing Kendrick. I know the legality of it is that he's not suing Kendrick. I understand that. But the fact that you're saying that the company boosted Kendrick up in artificially to knock your value down, you're suing Kenny. I don't understand how that's missed by anyone. So at the end of the day, you can't sue the label because you lost and you're snitching, because I've been saying that. He's telling me because he knows how Lucian gives it up, right? And then still throw darts at Kendrick. What Kendrick supposed to do with that? Because now, if every time Kendrick diss you, you're gonna fill away and go tell again.
He had a bar in there where he was like, is it the light skin or the Jewish roots that have people not wanting to see him at the top? And when I heard that, this is the thing that gets me about Drake.
There we go. Yep. No, he said something about the light skin and the Jewish skin. It's something that makes people want to get at him or whatever. All right, now they're getting ready to cook him. All right, because they're going through these lyrics, man. It's just like, dude, if you keep rapping, and there's no need to mention anything else. All right, some of these cats in here, even though you battle rapping and things, it would be in the best interest for you to have the shortest memory possible. All right, no, when it comes to that way you can go ahead to keep cooking. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was like, is it the light skin or the Jewish roots that have people not wanting to see him at the top? And when I heard that, this is the thing that gets me about Drake. It's like, he can impress you on certain levels, but he always has to cross a certain line that's just like kind of cringy, tone deaf. Like, what if you're telling us that you feel like people don't want to see you at the top because of your skin tone, your light skin tone, or your Jewish roots? What are you saying to us? Are you claiming reverse racism? Are you claiming anti-Semitism? That's a lot, bro.
Hold on.
That you feel like people don't want to see you at the top, Drake. Right. It's like he can impress you.
Right. Yeah. And what he's saying is, and that's so right. You out here at this point, you know, like Kendrick's been talking cool. Even some of the folks you had a bad break is, they've been talking decent about you. You fighting imaginary enemies. All right. Yeah. Well, people kind of looking at you like, oh, you all right? All right. Because what you in here putting on these tracks, man, those guys are not prepared to duel with you. All right. That means the bars are flat, nigga. They just fall, even if they good. All right. They ain't going to hit you back, yo. All right. Well, what's the point? Mm-hmm.
This is the thing that gets me about Drake. It's like he can impress you on certain levels, but he always has to cross a certain line that's just like kind of cringy, tone deaf. Like, what if you're telling us that you feel like people don't want to see you at the top because of your skin tone, your light skin tone, or your Jewish roots? What are you saying to us? Are you claiming reverse racism? Are you claiming anti-Semitism? That's a lot, bro.
You're in the middle.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's a lot upon a cowardly man in here that threw the white flag. You asking for too much, dude. All right? No, you said you had enough. That's what all of that was about when you went to go tell on yourself. All right? Telling on your own distribution folks. And, all right? Snitching about your damn bot farms. And, all right? To the point where other people are suing you and you got stuff on your ass, man. Him and Aiden Ross got something going on with that gambling situation or what have you. All right? But like I said, more than anything, man. All right? Yeah. At this point, you let it go. You don't need another talking to. I want to say we went to visit this something around like 3 or 4 months ago. We're still sitting in here talking about this, man. All right. And for them cases, I'm repeating myself like a broken record, dude. As I'm going to tell you, dude, keep flowing, keep spitting, keep the music going. Mm-hmm. Keep going. All right. Leave the trash alone, man. You ain't gonna win. It's over. No, he said the fight's been called already. All right. Shit, it's over. All right. Yeah, get working on that new shit, man, that you had, man. Whatever you was getting ready to start doing before you were interrupted by some of this other stuff. Get working on that. Mhm. Now they got a clip of Jason Lee here on. I want to say is this the Ricky Lake show? Hmm. And it was one of these download episodes, and it's just like, dude, all right, okay, this falls back to the Victor Ramaswamy deal where they had these cats in here, even down to the game. All right, they've been on all these other shows and programs, and they finally present them one way, rather a politician or a rapper, all right, no, or some type of social media influencer who has interviews here with people. All right, most of these guys have been in the industry one way or the other for a long period of time, even down to the cases of Dwight Howard's wife. I didn't realize she was on any of these reality TV shows. All right, because she popped up as Dwight Howard's wife, and they started putting certain things into context about who she was. All right, well, a lot of them be around, dude. All right, they just don't know where they gonna position these jokers at yet. Hold on.
But you know what? But you know what? But you know what? But you know what? But you know what though? Like I said, I do love Lisa though.
So if you love her, then why do you cheat on her
what,
then?
what do you mean not being honest with me?
I ain't all the way honest with you.
What do you mean?
Ricky, tell her.
Well, I mean, it is hard to believe, but you say you need to see it with your own eyes. Well, he actually allowed us to videotape him with.
Sea moss is plant-based. It's extracted. It's from the sea. Very, very nutritionally dense. Has 97 vitamins and minerals that our body is actually made out of. And so I only need to supplement with a few as opposed to a lot of capsule vitamins that may have, and they may be a multivitamin. We're still missing a lot of the important things like selenium or copper or, you know, the right B12, the methylated B12, not the cyanoblended B12 and things like that. And so I prefer to go towards plant-based supplements, and the sea moss is one of my favorites. We have it in mango as well as pineapple. 10,000 milligrams of sea moss. It's very, very rich.
Everybody friend. Mm-hmm. Music need to be competitive again. Mm-hmm. Nigga like 50 and fucking Kanye going for the #1 album of the week. Music needs to be competitive again. It's fun now. So I hope he does this, everybody, just to make it competitive again, just to make it was like, fuck you too. Like we came up like that. I came up with, you didn't know Puff and Jay was cool. You didn't know how nobody felt about nobody. Everything was on edge. It was just, that's why award shows were such a big deal. Because it was the first time they was all in the same room together. Like, holy shit, what's about to happen? They're not friends. It got to the point where everybody was friends. I just think that's why rap is boring. It's like the NBA now. I hated the NBA. I love it now. Because you got these young boys are competing with their life on the line. Everybody, like Wemby crying when he lose. Like, I want that type of winning spirit to watch. And I think rap needs that. So I hope he comes back. I hope he comes back on his villain shit. I hope he disses everybody. And I hope he does 1 million records, because if he disses everybody, he does 1 million records. What do you think everybody he diss gonna have to do?
Nothing. Collectively do something as simple as what 50 Cent did when T.I. started making all those records. All right. That's what the industry would have to do. All right. Create a meme. All right. Go sit down with somebody and talk about it. All right. But the last thing they would have to do is actually produce a record. They wouldn't have to go song for song with it. All right. No. That's where Ray Daniels, brother, this is one time I can say in history, I disagree with you. The blueprint for a lot of these things have already been laid out. So it's like, all right, what would they do? They would not make a rap song. And for certain instances and individuals to just not say anything at all, that will hurt you too. Because it speaks to the cases. No, if they act, no, I don't want nobody taking me to court and putting me through all these changes. All right, because I decided to say something. That's what would happen. All right, for some of the smarter individuals that understand that when you talk about making some of these rap battle songs and stuff, originally it was about chess moves. All right, and you were setting some of these things up because you had the big one lined up behind here. You were just trying to get your opposition to jump or to bite a little bit. All right. Even when you heard from Jay-Z, I'm about $1. What the F is 50 cents? That was enough, all right, to get people's ear to where 50 Cent was at, even rather they wouldn't listen to him or not because of who Jay-Z was. All right. Yes, I say a chess match. There's strategies, different things in this here. All right, because you got plans for your future and your career, and you understand this is the only way to get through the door. Now, individuals like the game oversaturated moves like that. T.I. had it down good when he went at Little Flip and all that. All right, he was able to build something. All right, where folks oversaturated the battle aspect of things. People like the game because it's like he started just picking with random people, a whole bunch of cats for no reason, just saying stuff on stage. All right, Jay-Z can suck my, like on stage and stuff, yelling. I was like, dude, what are you saying this about him for? All right, no, you just creating certain beefs you have out here. All right, that's when you started to more so look at these little, all right, popcorn rappers that be sneak dissing folks and all that, and a lot of folks just started to ignore you. All right, people won't even give you the damn time of the day here. Think about it here. All right, there is no Cassidy. All right, the way that we see him without Freeway agreeing to battle him. All right, yeah, letting the door open for some of these cats. You already made your name is out there. You've been sitting on what Hot 97 or whatever this is all night. People been listening to you. All right, you don't have to battle Cassidy. All right, and you go in there and get destroyed, and his name is created overnight. All right, that's how the game was. I said chess matches. It came when you went to go battle. It came with opportunity. All right. And history was made. You've seen different pieces on like, damn, look how well this man is set up. 50 Cent is the greatest example. All right. Because he came out with that song, How to Rob. All right. And he went after everybody. All right. No, from Missy Elliott to Big Pun to Busta Rhymes to who's who with the entire industry. Puffy. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. And that was just different at a time like that. We never seen it go down in that type of manner. All right. And a lot of folks that was in that song praised him for that song. But we never got it the way he's sitting here saying it. So I say the outcome would be Ray, if he did all of that, no, there would be no heavy impact, dude. All right. Because he's already showed what the consequences is if you start trying to battle him. All right. Yeah, that's not a pretty sight. Everybody got the excuse to say, all right, man, well, he might call him, man. He might file some paperwork on me. Who's to say that he won't? No, we didn't got this far, didn't we? Oh, yeah. All right. And we'll bring you here to that last piece that I had to talk about there earlier outside with Rosenberg. I'm just starting this off here new. All right. I'll be putting up a good deal of my rails here now to be able to use that session because that needs to be a part that I work on more than me doing any of the live streams. The live streams would just be an extra piece, man. And I can go ahead and get extras on. But we'll be doing a lot more of the little smaller rails. So I can get to do them in between 2 or 3 minutes as I'm doing other stuff. All right. So thank you. I appreciate the good people. All right, let's get to this last piece with Rosenberg and what's this guy's name? Just talking about him. Jason Lee.
I have gotten things from hip hop culture. It's helped make my life, and I'm incredibly grateful. But I have always and always will prioritize giving back to that culture, helping uplift other people of color specifically. That will always be a part of my life. So when you just lackluster throw out culture vulture, yeah, man, on a big platform like Drink Champs, and you have a big voice, and by the way, you're a very entertaining, charismatic talker. It sounds really good. Yeah, that's some hurtful shit to say about someone.
Okay.
That's not who I am.
Okay. So I'm going to just say this. I'll be with Rocky tonight at his son's 4th birthday. And I'm going to tell him to his face that I don't give a shit what his opinion is about his support for you, your support for him, what he's done for you, what you've done for him. Because me and Rocky talk about Rihanna, we talk about his children, we talk about how proud he is of me running for office and his love for Harlem and helping kids. We don't talk about you or anybody else. So I didn't interrupt you. So
I just said. Let me. You're
I,
saying bullshit.
Wait, do you want?
I just said meaningful content. You're talking
do
bullshit.
You want me to respond, or do you
you're right now? You're just showing off about you being friends with Rocky. I don't give a shit.
No, you told me you invited me,
and I'm giving you. I just gave you facts. You're giving me bullshit.
You invited me to talk to my friend about you, and I'm telling you that I'm not going to do that because his opinion of you does not matter to me.
Okay, let's keep rolling.
Here's what I'm saying to you, and I'm not saying it on social media. I'm not saying it on Drink Champs. I'm saying it to you on your show.
Okay.
That I said this about our mayor, where I'm the vice mayor and she's the mayor. She appointed me. I said they love our penises, not our policies. I love that you love hip hop. I love that you've done a lot for hip hop. I love that you put a lot of people on. I love that you believe that you're the reason why ASAP Rocky
didn't say that.
Whatever you said. I believe, and I believe you love hip hop, and I believe you've done a lot from what I've talked to Dory and other people about hip hop. Hot 97, what y'all did over there was great. What you're doing here is great. What he's doing at Apple is great. What you're doing on your own is great. None of that. I'm not taking any legitimacy away from the work that you've done. I'm talking about when niggas like George Floyd are dying. That's the real shit that matters.
Yeah, I speak out about that too.
Hold on, great.
No, I speak out about that. Always have.
Okay, but guess what?
Spoke out about LGBTQ rights.
Great.
Always
but
have.
You ain't suck dick and you.
Yes, and that's very strange. No, he goes to start talking about George Floyd, and then you see Rosenberg start, yeah, and I spoke about LGBTQ rights too. It's like, oh man. All right, can we just sit still for 1 second to see what is what, so we can get a correlation behind something? All right, no, hold still. All right, he's sitting here trying to jump across halfway of the room here, and Jason Lee is helping him. All right, yeah, because I don't know where he was getting ready to go with this statement. All right, hold on.
George Floyd are dying. That's the real shit that matters.
Yeah, I speak out about that too.
Hold on, great.
No, I speak out about that. Always have.
Okay, but guess what?
Spoke out about LGBTQ rights.
Great.
Always
but
have.
You ain't suck dick and you ain't black. And so you know what?
So I can't contribute.
Let me tell you.
So I can't contribute.
So you'll never really know.
That's great. And
you'll never really know.
If you want to draw lines, if you want to draw lines with allies over the fact that I'm not black or I haven't quote sucked dick, but you don't know that I have stood up. You don't know that I have risked my livelihood. I risked my livelihood wearing a Black Lives Matter on live television. Getting
serious? You risk your life because you put a Black Lives Matter t-shirt on? All right, look at his face. Come on, Rosenberg. All right, Pete, come on, sir. All right, no, he been around the game so long, he knows better than this. All right, no, you risked life and limb, right? All right, no, because you went outside with a Black Lives Matter t-shirt on. I didn't say this, he did. All right, I don't know why he's saying this. All right. Hold on.
For the fact that I'm not black or I haven't, quote, sucked dick. But you don't know that I have stood up. You don't know that I have risked my livelihood. I risked my livelihood wearing a Black Lives Matter on live television, getting in trouble with bosses standing up. What groups have you stood up for that you're not related to?
And I got shot and I now run the city whose streets I used to run.
And by the way,
you know what?
I think it's
this
very
is not
cool.
A measurement.
But yet you keep bringing out measurements.
This is for your clip farmers that need this moment. I don't really care about all of your resume of all the things you've done.
Why do you say anything?
Here's the deal. Because I said there, and I'll say now, I think you're a culture vulture. That's my opinion.
Okay, Jason Lee, you officially have, all right, Mr. Raw and Uncut Truth respect, kid. You have my respect. All right. You see what he just said here? No, he said, I don't care about all this stuff. He said, yeah, because I feel like you're a culture vulture. All right. There you go. All right. Stand on 10. All right. And he gets to go into depth about that, but yeah, I'm glad he actually had a real position. All right. I don't like all these stand in the middle cats in here. If you feel a certain way, then ride on that, stand on 10. All right. It may be unpopular, uncomfortable there in the room, but as long as you have enough context to support what you're saying and why you're saying it here, all right. No, you go ahead to ride with it if it means something to you like that. If it don't, be quiet. All right. No, let everything fly past because your opinion don't hold too much merit. Jason Lee, all right, at least he's listening to some form of the black society, new black media. All right. And that means when you in the room with these folks, you don't be pussyfooting around. You get down to it. All right. Yes, indeed. No, I respect this.
Run the city whose streets I used to run.
And by the way,
you know what?
I think it's
this
very
is not
cool.
a measurement.
But yet you keep bringing
this
out
is-
measurements.
This is for your clip farmers that need this moment. I don't really care about all of your resume of all the things you've
So
done
then why
to
do you
uplift
say
the culture.
anything?
Here's the deal. Because I said there, and I'll say now, I think you're a culture vulture. That's my opinion.
So you're just full of shit,
But
though.
that okay, great.
You're
So
perfect for
two
politics.
truths-
You are full of
two
shit.
truths can be in existence.
No, I gave you a lot of information. You couldn't accept it and go, hey, maybe I did misjudge you. Maybe you did misjudge.
Yep. See how he cursing at him and all this? Lack of composure. Oh, you're full of politics. You belong in politics because you're full of sugar, honey, iced tea. All right. No, calm down, Petey. All right. No, because he told you the truth to your face. All right. Once y'all get mad, somebody say he lied to you. He told you the truth right there. Look, I think you told you both. All right. No, he could be completely wrong underneath these terms. I'm not saying he can't be wrong. All right. But he was straight up with
now. I think you're a culture vulture.
So
That's
you-
my
so
opinion.
you're just full of shit,
But
though.
that okay, great.
You're
So
perfect for
two
politics.
truths-
You are full of
two
shit.
truths can be in existence.
No, I gave you a lot of information. You couldn't accept it and go, hey, maybe I did misjudge you. Maybe you did misjudge me, but you won't do it. You won't back off of that.
You shouldn't have unrealistic expectations of me.
You're
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's that. No, I'll say that's that. That's what I had earlier. All right, in between those two. My opinions about it, all right, I look at, at Pete Rosenberg and I heard him say he's gained a lot. Hip hop is giving him everything. All right. And I look at what we've reciprocated from him. And along a lot of other jokers. All right. And we haven't gotten anything. All right. Not anything worth bragging about. All right. Not at all. All right. A lot of these folks will come in, benefit off of us, and then get mad when we say something about you standing around looking weird. All right. Right. You upset about that. All right. Right. People are not entitled here to just go ahead to march in where freedmen are at and have a position. You have to earn that, man. This is why for the cats that we do respect and ride with us like that are non-black in here, they understand, it took some time, all right, for me to get around a certain freedmen, for them to even be cool you don't just roll up on us because we know that, all right, for the case of time, that helps define everybody you're dealing with. Whether that's a good person, a genuine individual, somebody who ain't right, whatever. That's what time does. All right. So you don't just get to roll up and you automatically get, hey man, we cool with him. I don't know you. We don't know you, Hoss. Who your people? All right. That's freedman energy. All right. And it ain't wrong for us moving like that. We're always suspicious here, Hoss, because we always got to worry about things coming back around to bite our hind part for doing the right thing. All right. For looking out. All right. For being respectful. For not crossing lines. All right. Yeah. People expect for us because other folks live disingenuous. They expect for us to go ahead and to roll into these roles here, Hoss, where you a low down joker and you do something you ain't got no business doing as long as you figure can't nobody see you. We don't move like that. All right. That means we straight up and positive and good in the light as well as we are in the shadows, dude. All right. If you moving correctly here in this world, you ain't gotta keep checking behind you and looking all right. No, dude. Because you ain't got no quote unquote, as you said, enemies list, or you got a whole bunch of stuff here to worry about. You ain't been running around here shattering parts of the world. All right. Your name is good. Your face is good. All right. Yes, indeed. This is what freedmen pride ourselves on. All right. The cleanliness as we come out the door. All right. How well put together we are. Our mannerisms. All right. Loyalty towards one another. All right. And the ability to stay consistent every damn day. All right. Yeah. Folks want to rent the culture. You want to borrow it for 5 minutes or what have you, all. So understand we do this. All right. Eat, breathe, live. All right. Yeah, he said use the bathroom, you name it. All right. Within this culture here. This is what we do 24/7 without thinking about it. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, we ain't nothing got to come to mind for us to be ourselves. Mm-hmm. Black first. All right. It's the last piece I have associated to what Jason Lee was talking about. Since that was a collective conversation, I think this is absolutely necessary. Jason Collins passed away. Jason Collins is a young man, God rest his dead, who was one of the first NBA players who came out during the time that Michael Samson came out. All right. So when we had all these circumstances, he came in the draft, and then you had Jason Collins right after that, and which he got like a 5-game contract or something from Boston, where they would just take him off the bench and he would hack you. He would hurry up and pick up 5 fouls. That's what he would do. All right. Yeah, they gave him a little what you call a contract, the Boston Celtics. Hmm. Yeah, but he would go ahead to hack you. Yeah, it was the only season he played. He didn't really average a whole lot of points there a game. All right, that he played for the Boston Celtics, at least after coming out. You understand? Yeah. So due to that, the folks there on the playoffs feel like they have to go into depth here and to speak upon some of these things. They can't just say, rest in peace, Jason Collins. All right, we respect and we appreciate everything you did and your history, your connections to the alphabet community, everything that you did great here for society. We appreciate you. That's a good way to end it. All right. There's no scrutinism. Ain't no talking sideways to anybody. You're not disrespecting anybody's community or culture. All right. You're keeping it straight to where it's at. Mm-hmm. Right. But instead, they decided to do this.
If another guy did it, it would still be a big deal because we live in a homophobic society. And that's unfortunate. That's why, first of all, anybody who think we ain't got a bunch of gay players in all sports, they're just stupid. But there is such animosity toward the gay community. And that's what's really unfortunate. But anybody think him, and I know a couple other soccer players that came out, if you think there are not more gay players in the NFL, Major League Baseball, and the NBA, you're just stupid.
That doesn't make the rest of society homophobic. I don't really see your point, Sir Charles. I don't. All right. It doesn't. Well, if it means for anything else, but of course, well, these people need to be honest with their lives and themselves, whoever these athletes are. All right, but that doesn't pass the blame on the rest of society why certain people feel the way that they do. There are certain things set up, communities, centers in each and every important state and city here in America where you can go ahead to find your group of people. All right, that's how much accepted a lot of these things are now. That you don't have to, all right, to tuck your hind parts or feel ashamed or feel like you have to isolate yourself. All right, these communities there are all around in here for you to attach to. All right, so it's not any excuse for certain people not to live their truth, other than this hypocrisy here of this here, dude. All right, no, the moment you come out like that, it's gonna be real. All right, now the moment you come out like that, man, other folks is not gonna want you in the locker room. All right, and that's gonna be close to the end of your career. I say that in the cases of Dwight Howard, man. All right. When people had suspicions about it, it was fine. He was even still able to play on the Lakers or whatever team he was on. All right. Golden State Warriors, whatever team he was playing for. All right. Yeah, he was fine. But the moment it became true, all right, no, I couldn't see him attached to any NBA team, legit, where he was actually getting playing time. And he, all right, might have said something on Google for like 2 seconds. All right. It went from that to some, I guess, foreign team that it might have said there, dude, to all right, to him not playing for any team at all. I think he said he's coming out retirement now. All right, but more than likely it's gonna be overseas. All right. Yes, indeed, man. When that came out, you can go check his social media page. There wasn't that many women in the comment section on Instagram. There was a bunch. It was a bunch of dudes, dude. All right. Even the women weren't prepared to fake the phone. All he had was videos of him taking jump shots on there, dude. That was it. Like he was like like doing turnaround jumpers, or he was practicing his game. All right. Yeah, and it was bad. All right. That showed me everything I needed to know. All right. Even down to Diddy for some of them. Yeah, the women will go ahead to play around until they know it's true. All right. Yeah, while they can play dumb. All right. Yeah, they'll go roll with it with any one of these cats here. All right, when it becomes on the books, like that's what it is. All right, no, that energy get a little bit different, and that's not to say that they still won't roll with some of these cats for the bag. That's true. All right, well, what do you think that woman with that bag of coke in the window? All right, what do you think she's doing around? All right, don't you think that she's just hanging around? That woman is already associated with them reality TV shows. All right, she already on them. What, she was on a second or third season or something. All right, she's trying to get on. All right, come on now. All right. Yeah, and anybody with eyes and ears, nigga, can see that she's trying to get on. All right, you performing in front of the camera. All right, if you don't, ma'am, if you don't put this nigga's coke away, all right, she, like, what are you doing? All right, what's going on? What are you doing, man? All right, shit. If you don't put all of this nigga's coke away, all right, hey, what's going on in this car? All right, and she, I mean, I'm talking about trifling, dude. All right, she's trying to get on. All right, yeah, you got to keep people like that off your property. All right, yeah. Something about, oh, she gonna put what happened, something on his kids on me, and this is our kids and something. Man, them kids don't know you like that, man. All right, at the end of the day, they gonna protect their father. All right, yeah, yeah. You just something in here, Hoss, until he get tired. That's all that is. All right, yes indeed. Huh? All right. What I mean by them contexting is, all right, the moment that they get the joke stop and it's stop, you got to stop calling the police and coming around back and doing all this other stuff, the antics and whatever. That's when that divorce is going to be final because they were supposed to have their divorce. I want to say within a month within they got married, dude, a month or 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're supposed to have a divorce already. All right. That's why even for Cameron and Mace, they were sitting back here laughing, asking him some questions. And when he started mentioning his wife, he started laughing. All right. They didn't really go into depth because everybody's seen everything they needed to see. All right. Right. Yeah. What do you ask them? All right. You don't want to make it weird. All right. I don't care about a nigga marriage that far. Like, all right, he got to take care of her. All right. Whatever's going on in that house. All right, where he's just standing out front talking to police officers. Dwight Howard's wife, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she got her own compilation of shit going on out here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shout out to her. I hope she gets on. After all this, I hope she's able to get on. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Some type of way. All right. Shit. Some of these women are taking the long way. All right. No, you gotta back up. Where's Dwight at? All right. Now, I'm getting in here. All right. Yes, indeed. Yeah, where's Dwight Howard? Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. All right, you talking about drastic measures where you got a nigga that's 6'7", all right, you said 6'7" or 6'11" with a cat outfit coming in here. All right, at 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, that's the type of shit you got to deal with. All right, yes indeed. That's what the paperwork said. That's what the paperwork said, dude. All right, it was a big joke in there. He's about 6'11". His name was Cat. He gave the dude the ride home. All right, no, after the violation. All right, right. He gave him a ride home. Uh-huh. Right, because they originally called him a Uber or a Lyft to get down there. All right, he kept asking the dude, and he was like, "Nah, I don't want nobody else to come down here." Next thing you know, this nigga came in there with a cat costume on. All right, well, that's what the paperwork said. All right, so I can imagine this poor woman is going through the same thing. Mm-hmm. All right, that's his wife. Who's there to tell him what to do with his wife? All right, you better get your skinny neck ass out of here. All right, you ain't about to tell that man what to do with his wife. All right, yes indeed. All right, come on, man. All right, as far as that with Dwight Howard, all right, you and the marriage vows and stuff like that. All right, I'm pretty sure. All right, whatever he wants going down in there, that's what's gonna happen. All right. How unfortunate that is, man. She's trying to get in there. All right. She's just trying to make sure she leaves with something. All right. Anything, goddamn it. A toenail clipper, anything. All right. Shit. Ain't no telling the paperwork he made her sign, man. All right. You got that woman going through all of that, man. All right. There's no telling. All right. The paperwork he had this woman sign. All right. All right. Hold on here. All right. Now y'all got me getting ready to go over here and look. All right. Oh, now I'm about to look. Give me 1 second. Dwight Howard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. This shit here. This is some of the craziest shit I ever seen in my life. All right. Oh, I wasn't a point. I've seen a woman emotional and crying before. All right, but crying and holding up all the butters. All right, pouring coke in your hands. All right, yeah. Look, man, he said, "Yo, come get your woman." All right, she out here putting the gasoline to all the money. All right, yeah, this is how you destroy a nigga world right here. All right, hold on, fair use.
But I'm fucking losing my fucking marriage to this shit. This shit right here. I told everybody, y'all got my stepdaughter was just taken by CPS because of her father. CPS and the police have been here 3 times in less than 3 months, and I stood in it with my husband, even though I was scared for my own self. Stuff that I have to go through with he had him lying. I recorded it. He was coaching our son to lie on me, and I had to record this. It's this shit. I try to tell everybody he needs some help.
Right there, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Oh, hold on.
And ain't nobody would have fucking listened because he got the money. It's this shit. I try to tell everybody he needs some help. And ain't nobody would have fucking listened because he got the money. I kept saying, whatever, y'all don't understand. I live with him. He needs some help. And this is it. This is what I'm fucking losing my fucking marriage to. This shit right here. I told everybody, y'all gotta help him. He is spiraling. I'm in here with him. I'm trying to love him through it.
Ma'am, you got coke snots hard. All right. Oh, she's talking about I'm trying to love him through it. Put social media down, man. All right. She has the largest bag of soft crabs I've ever seen randomly in my life, dude. All right. No, you're talking about for municipal purposes. All right. Yeah.
Y'all gotta help him. He is spiraling. I'm in here with him. I'm trying to love him through it.
Yeah.
I was gonna run out the door. I was gonna leave him. But everybody told me, don't leave him. He's struggling. I stayed, but not this year. We got the police involved. CPS, you're lying on me. You making up alibis. You got our son, my stepson, lying. And thank God I recorded it. And he innocent in this, but you said just to protect yourself, you would take anybody out, including me, and I can't let you do it no more. I don't want to share the dirty secrets. I don't want to go out like...
Oh, man, I told you, Big Cat, man. I think that's a joking name. All right. Right. The dirty secrets about what? All right. No, you his wife, man. Shouldn't be any secret.
Everybody else did this, man. But I got to protect myself now. I'm uncomfortable. Now, I don't know what is going to... I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. This man has the money. This man controls it all.
I don't know what paperwork he had that woman sign. All right, you heard. He said he controls it all. All right, you're damn right. All right, I heard he was locking the gates on it, dude. He changed the PIN code. All right, no, a couple times. All right. Whatever happened, he didn't want her on the property. All right, so she goes in the fence, the back area to sneak in. All right. She breaks in some type of way in that back fence area. All right. At least that's what she was telling the police. All right. Oh, yeah.
It is not about no money. I've been with this man for 14, 15 months. I
Close
never
it
asked him
off.
for a dollar, nothing. I'm not on the credit cards. I just love him for him. But this shit is going too fucking far. And I'm so embarrassed. And I gotta even I'm just like, I don't know what to do. When I heard my stepson being coached to lie on me, I gotta protect myself now, and I know it was supposed to be through sickness and health, but this shit is scary.
She's trying to get on, man. He controls it all. All right? Now you're in there. All right? No, that's not our business. You got to turn around and look the other way. All right? They didn't shed wedding vows. All right? You can't be in their business. Mm-hmm. She's still living underneath his roof. All right? Yeah, we talking about. All right? Even though she did look like she was trespassing that one day here, but all right. Yeah, I don't think any of them circumstances could be possible. I think he could change the locks on her ass, but problem is she's getting mail there and everything else. All right, he can't just throw her out there like that. Mm-hmm. That's why they keep having the police right there at the house. He's got to let her in. All right. Mm-hmm. Unless there's some type of violent incident here, Hall, so she can get there's a peace order in which she can get there from the courts. All right. Then that allows you to, all right, to back up off with somebody here, some emergency protective order. Mm-hmm. Now, she said, is one of anyone else here understanding that Bakari Sellers' role as a system or institutional something, his role as an advocate for members and support policies and promotes ideals and maintains a certain status quo in which is right with racism, gentleman agreement, or dark found something. I don't get into all of this, dude. All right. If you're trying to tell us Bakari sellout is a coon, then we know, man. We already know, man. All right. You know him, Mark Lamont Hill, Cornell West, Michael Eric Dyson. All right. We'll be here all night. All right. Yeah. He said these academiacs that they call. All right, that they'll have on these networks here for MSNBC, CNN, and all this. What you call it? They'll bring those academias in here. All right, yeah, which is the short term for all right, fake little black intellectuals that come in here and babble. But your damn the shit that you learned from your African studies class, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. All right, that's why that's why the government will give you as much money as you want for that bullshit. All right, because they know it's non-threatening, ain't nothing going to happen. All right, if that'll keep you niggas quiet over there, all right, here you go. All right, no, you can have it. You can have all the money, all the money you need. All right, for African studies. All right, oh, you damn right. All right, shit. Mm-hmm. All right, academic says LeBron should not have gone to Kendrick's Pop Out concert. Why? Because Drake does not control LeBron. All right. The game does not have LeBron money. All right. The game does not have that LeBron status, international status, and LeBron money. All right. So when it comes to LeBron he leads as a leader where I can say this about LeBron. All right. He put other people on that have been successful as him or to a level in here, economically here, that you can appreciate, but they can build something of their own. Rich Paul is his homeboy. All right. This is what I mean when I start talking about from your platform, who did you put on? All right. And there's a rack of names, all right, of wealthy, well-to-do black brothers, all right, that got put on. simply from being with LeBron James. No, he made millionaires out of them. All right. That's what I mean by who you put on. Don't tell me about some Tyler Perry trash, dude. All right. Folks getting 60,000 and all that, but he owns the rights to every damn thing else. All right. That's not the same thing. I want to see, all right, who did Tyler Perry put on at least halfway to his status here of economic success, or a fraction there, 25%. All right. Yeah, you change their life. You put them on a different road. They ain't got to work for another Tyler Perry. They're a producer of their own. All right. Yes, indeed. 50 Cent as well. You can throw him in that same category. All right. Yeah, he gave a lot of people an opportunity. He's given a lot of status. Omar Hardwick will never be named the way that he is when it comes to James St. Patrick's character. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. I can't name him on anything else where I see him. I know he played on a movie with Mike Epps and the guy that plays Eddie Winslow here, or what have you. But all right. No, that's not what comes to mind when I'm sitting back here thinking about Omar Hardwick. I'm thinking about Ghost. All right. Yes. All right. 6 seasons of that shit. All right. And the circumstances that, as I told you here, all right, who is he taking from that power universe and what have you, and built them up close to the status of where he's at? Yeah. All right. Some folks have done it. Shit. Ice Cube has built superstars. All right. He's a perfect example. All right. Ice Cube brought you Chris Tucker. All right. Man was able to become a star of his own. The Rush Hour series, Money Talks, and all this stuff. All right. Dead Presidents. All right. He was able to beef up his portfolio after Friday to show how versatile he was here, his levels here of acting. All right. Mike Epps. All right. Yes. God damn it. Next Friday's circumstances there. All right. And also that other role there, All About the Benjamins. All right. Yeah, Mike Epps has been able to be a success of his own, hosting the BET Awards a couple of years straight before they replaced it with Fat Joe. All right. And the numbers were doing well. All right. Absolutely. Yeah. That's what it means to put people on, where you can go ahead to still see the presence of the aura of their success alone without that first project that you put there with them. All right. They're still booming. They have established a reputation. No, and shout out to all the brothers that done it to death. Spike Lee put people on. All right. No, you played in a Spike Lee film. He put you on. All right. Helping produce and build guys like Denzel Washington. All right. And others. All right. No, where your career went to the highest level of success after you finished messing around with Spike Lee. All right. Folks was calling you to get a hold of you. This is what it means here, to take that power and share it amongst your people and to see some progress, because you built this lane to where as though that they can be independent of you and still successful. Anyhow, much love to the good people. All right. I am the bottom line. All right. Excuse me. I got to stop doing that here. All right. I am. All right. Excuse me. Mr. Uncut Raw Truth here in the building. Peace.